Hi, I'm Marc Taddei, the music director of the Vallejo Symphony Orchestra, and thanks for popping by to watch this video. My first concert with the orchestra as music director is coming up on the 30th of October, and I'd be delighted if you could join us for a celebration of three marvelous masterpieces. We begin the concert with Haydn's Sixth Symphony, a work Haydn wrote as a calling card to his new patrons, the Esterhazy family. Here's a photo of their modest digs. No wonder they were able to retain Haydn as a court composer for over 50 years. Programmatic works were really popular during the Baroque era, and in the early classical era, Haydn plays with some of these conventions, most notably the concerto grosso form. This is a style that pits a small number of solo instruments against the larger orchestra. It was a great idea because not only was he able to delight his patrons with the work, but he was also able to give the musicians something to really get stuck into. Instruments featured in this symphony include the flute, bassoon, horns, violoncello, and most unusually, the double bass. Even at this early stage, the work has all the hallmarks of classic Haydn at its most witty. For instance, the horns barge into the recapitulation of the first movement as if they don't know quite where they are, while the slow movement is a send-up of a difficult musical lesson with a student who would rather be elsewhere. I'm sure many of you can relate. I know I can. The symphony is entitled The Morning and begins appropriately enough with one of the most wonderful depictions of a sunrise ever composed. We then move forward in time 160 years for the concert's concerto. The great Russian composer Sergei Prokofiev composed his third piano concerto in 1921. Its combination of sweet and sour harmony, charm and irony, and blazing virtuosity make this his most loved work. It is also incredibly well written. In fact, Prokofiev wrote to the conductor, Serge Koussevitzky, to reassure him by saying, "Let the maestro be calm. This is not a Stravinsky score. There are no complicated meters, no dirty tricks." I note he did not write the same thing about the fiendishly demanding piano part. It is a work that demands a virtuoso of the highest order. Thank goodness we have the extraordinary Sarah Davis Buchner to play this masterpiece. We then finish the concert with the Fifth Symphony of Jean Sibelius. It is an extraordinary work that builds its structure through the use of tiny motifs. These motifs combine to form long and evocative themes, and then on to large-scale structures. The growth of the work is completely organic and feels utterly natural. Speaking of nature and organics, the final movement was inspired by the sight of swans flying overhead. Sibelius' response to this sight and the sounds of the birds inspired what might be his most profound movement, the swan call. In my next video, I'll go into more detail about each of these works. I do hope to see you at the concerts. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.